Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I have three teams for you for the Wild Court faction event. We got a new troop. It's that Feyhound right there. I don't think it's going to do anything for the meta for the pure faction, but it's an interesting troop. Does damage to an enemy boosted by Wild Court allies, and then there's a 40% chance to summon another Feyhound. And there's also some traits. It inflicts Hunter's Mark when it takes skull damage, and then it deals double skull damage versus enemies with Hunter's Mark. And you know that Hunter's Mark already does like double skull damage, so you're going to give it Hunter's Mark, and then you're going to do double skull damage to something that you're already doing double skull damage to, so it's going to hit really hard with skulls. Don't think it's going to change anything, but it's an interesting troop that I thought was worth mentioning. But yeah, I bought up to the troop just to have it. Definitely recommend buying one or two in the shop. I mean, you could try to do it for free if you want to. There's no real like you must do this with the buying up into the event. Just depends where you're at in the game. I would say the potion of explosion and potion of enchantment is probably what most are going to do, and then the second most are going to be buying the troop, and then some people might even try to do it for free. Here is the pure faction. It's double Wild Knight. Puka and Red Cap is what I went with. Wild Knight is the most important troop. It gives like attack and life to itself or something like that, and a barrier. So if you just keep casting it on itself over and over and over and over, you should be able to get it done. I got it done on my first try with like very low horde level, like 133 maybe, and you know, Red Cap's just there to do some true damage, and Puka's just there to like mana generate and steal some mana from the enemy. Alright, I got the three strongest one-shot teams for you. This color restriction, which is, I think, green and red for Wild Court, allows you to use the three strongest one-shots in the entire game, which is pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to call this video, the three strongest one-shots, because that's literally what it is. We got Rowan as our low-level team, one of the strongest one-shots in the entire game. All you have to do is boost it up with armor, and then it can hit really hard. And it's good from the beginning of the game until the end of the game. Like, end-game players will use Rowan still. I mean, eventually you get Tesla, Diamantina, Phoenicia, but before that, and if it's the right color restriction, you're still using Rowan. It's crazy. You get it very early, and you're still using it. And when you're level 1500, level 2000, you're still going to use Rowan. But we got Golden Cog, Rowan, Tacet Warrior, and Leprechaun. So Golden Cog is literally only there to give armor to Rowan so it can hit harder. It's a weapon you get early in the game through Red-Yellow Mastery. Rowan you get from Forest of Thorns quest. Tacet Warrior is a low-level troop that can also give armor and hit all enemies, so it works really good. And it also uses Brown, which Rowan does not, and neither does Golden Cog. You could use Shield of Urskaya, by the way, instead of Golden Cog. Golden Cog you just get a little bit sooner than Shield of Urskaya, so for the low-level team, Golden Cog is pretty good early game, and then later game, the Shield of Urskaya will do a little bit better. Leprechauns, your Empowered Exploder to get everything up. Using Archer class, double green, red, minus purple. So early on, you're just going to get up Rowan and cast it, and you'll one-shot. And then later on, you're going to have to cast that Golden Cog or Tacet Warrior on the Rowan to make it one-shot. Alright, here is the second team. This is the mid-level team, meaning we have no mythics on this team. And it's one of the fastest in the game. It's Tesla. Tesla just keeps getting better and better and better. I don't know if they have a soft spot for it in the development team or something, because it just keeps getting more and more, just stronger and stronger. And it's got a pet, so it got more stats. It got a buff when they buffed Adana. It's just really strong. I think its boost ratio went up. Like, it's had 3 or 4 different things happen to where it just got stronger and stronger. So, yeah, Tesla, Wand of Stars, Tesla, Holy Saint Astra is what I went with. Guard medals, especially at the Rowan team, you want guard medals. This team, you want guard medals. They both boost off of armor. So Wand of Stars just there because it covers every single color. And early game here, we're just trying to get up Tesla and cast it real fast. So we're using Corsair class. We're starting it with 50% mana with the Holy Saint Astra. So we only need what, like 7 mana, 8 mana, and so we got Corsair class giving us extra. We match blue, and then you know, it just gets up. It gets up quick. So match blue or red, get up Tesla, and cast it. Later on, you're going to want to maybe cast both Teslas, or you could change to Shield of Erskaya if you want to. You know, you could do many different things with this Tesla team. I'm just using 2 of them, and she hits really hard. Like, you barely ever need to boost her up. Unless you're super deep. If you're going to 500, you might have to change to Shield of Erskaya or something, but you're going to get through a lot of the event just like this with 2 Teslas, or even 1. Early, you're just going to cast 1. A little bit later, you'll cast 2, and then even later, you might switch to Shield of Erskaya to boost its armor. Alright, here is the high-level team. So we had Rowan, we had Tesla, and we had Diamantina. I don't think anybody's going to argue. Phoenicia, shout out to Phoenicia and Scourge of Honor. Those 2 would make like the top 5. But, you know, we're doing a low-level, mid-level, high-level thing here. Otherwise, they might have made the video. But Diamantina definitely hits the hardest out of anything you could use for if you have access to everything. We got Marilith, Diamantina, Eye of Argus, and Leprechaun. So, Eye of Argus just there to put a couple extra skulls on the board so Diamantina can hit harder. It was also like making skull matches and getting stuff done pretty quickly. Haven't never seen anybody do this, but I think it helps a little bit to put a couple more skulls on the board. You got a Skull Storm, and then you add a couple more, and then Diamantina will hit harder. You could do many other things, though. We don't have access to Essentia, which would be Diamantina's 50% start. You could do Harpy Mage instead of Eye of Argus if you don't have it, just to get Diamantina up faster or get it up twice. Marilith there to mana generate. It's not really there to do damage, but it does do a little bit of damage, too. Marilith is a really good mana generator. So you got the Marilith Leprechaun sandwich. You got Diamantina hitting super hard and doing a Skull Storm to help it hit harder. Then you got Eye of Argus putting 2 more skulls on every turn. So if it takes you a turn to get up Diamantina, you're adding like 4 skulls to the board. So it hits even harder when you finally get it up. But yeah, that's the 3 best one-shots in the entire game, and works for Wild Court. Good luck this weekend on the event. I'll see you tomorrow for the spoilers, and I'll see you Sunday for the live stream at 10 a.m. EST. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Get about the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.